My PowerPoint is discussing my 3 articles about Zambia's geography and festivals, and then I also did some research on different events we could have in Zambia to benefit the community and to help them spiritually grow. And then I also talked about how to maintain our own spiritual health. My article on the geography of Zambia discusses how Zambia was named after the Zambezi River. It is also composed of about 752,000 square kilometers of land. And also in that land there's a lot of crystalline rocks, which are the main resource for Zambia's wealth due to the erosion that has not been disturbed over many years. And then there's also the mountain ridges that are about 6,000 to 700 feet tall. And there's also 3 natural and 1 man-made lake that is the largest in Africa and the 2nd largest in the world. Also, there are the festivals that Zambia celebrates. One of the major ones is the Kuomboka. It is celebrated at the end of the rainy season. It is led by the chief of the tribe, and it's between February and March. It's a ceremonial move to higher ground. Then there's also the Nikwala. That is in February. It's celebrated by the Ngoni tribe in eastern Zambia. It celebrates the tribe's victories over many other tribes, which caused them to gain a lot of land. Then there's also the Limkumbi Layamiz. That's celebrated in July. Celebrate their heritage. The Umutomboka, that is the chief Kanzimbi's, celebrate his areas, and it's in July. Then there's Shuminga, which is celebrated in September through October, and it's on the week of the full moon, and it celebrates their ancestors. And then the last large celebration in Zambia is the Livingston Cultural and Arts Festival. It's in September. It's one of the biggest. It displays all the different areas of art and talent they have in Zambia. Here are some events that the community will be able to come to and just come to know each other and know our church better. And it will also be ways that we can benefit them and help them. There will be a music festival. It will be once or twice a year, and it will just be a gathering of all the people in the community. They can bring whatever instruments they have, and they will just play and sing a lot of their cultural songs. We might introduce some of our songs too, and it'll just be a time of celebration, dance, and songs. And the church will provide food, or will allow them to help us make some of the food, and they can bring some if they have some. And we just really want it to be like an upbeat and joyful time. And then the second event is like a gardening greenhouse event, and we'll take the time to help teach people of Zambia how to grow stuff, plant stuff, and like how to do it in small areas, how to maybe create like their own little garden. This will help benefit them so they can learn how to make their own food and provide for their family, and maybe even sell it and provide money for their family. And then there's also going to be like cooking, and we'll teach them to cook by like opening up our own houses to them, opening up the church, bringing people in to like learn how to cook that stuff they've been growing, or just like as a way to like get them involved in the church. They can help us cook when we start events, and they can come to those events, kind of like the festival. Like ones that have learned to cook can come, because not everyone knows all the different ways to cook there, because they don't have all the resources. And then another one will be like making clothes and jewelry, and this could be a way that will help them to feel productive and provide for their family by just like learning how to make clothes for their kids to wear, or making clothes or jewelry that we can sell through our Partners in Development group back in the U.S., and that will be a way they can provide money for themselves too. And the last thing is Bible studies. There will be like multiple Bible studies. We'll probably try and like maybe start up one in each area of these events, so people can be more involved and they can learn more spiritually through what they're doing, and that'll be open to everyone, and we'll have them like in our houses and at the churches, and that's about it. My last slide is about spiritual formation strategies. These will be ways for us to keep our focus spiritually and help us to not grow spiritually tired, help us to continue to grow in our spiritual walk, and help us to learn how to better others in the spiritual walk that we are helping in the community. One of the ways we will have our spiritual formation is through meetings and small group Bible studies within the actual workers and missionaries that come over. And this way we will have people that are more or equal to our spiritual matureness and intelligence that can help us grow spiritually, that we can discuss and meet with about problems we're having spiritually, or if we're just stressed and tired or we don't know how to handle certain situations, we'll be able to talk about that with people that know us better and our culture background and stuff. And then it also just helps us to stay spiritually growing through the Bible studies. And then there's also going to be fasting. That will be decided as individuals. The group can kind of decide on doing something every now and then if they want. They can do it like weekly or monthly or something like they're going to give up. It can be their like time on Skyping their family and friends. It can be less time like spending alone and like instead of just reading a book that's not the Bible, and like spending more of that time helping others. Just any way to like give up something that's worldly desire to you, food, money, anything, and focus on prayer and studying the Word so they can spiritually grow in their walk with Christ better. And then the third thing is prayer and daily quiet time. This is one of the biggest things we will do to help us stay spiritually sound. Prayer every day, making time for that, and also like having that quiet time every day, spending one-on-one time with the Lord, no distractions, in His Word, praying, and just like continuously praying throughout the day. And this will help us stay spiritually sound and continuing to grow in ourselves with Christ. And the fourth thing is vacations, alone time, and days off. Not necessarily like vacations like a trip to Hawaii or something, but like just like maybe some days off, some extra like rest time when people are like getting really tired, really worn out, or like they're spiritually struggling with themselves. Like they might just need that extra time. Be like, set them aside, like you take the rest of the day off, we're going to work on this. You need to go like spend some quiet time in the Lord. Maybe you just physically need extra rest. So that'll be like scheduled, and then we might just like come up with it whenever we see it fit, whenever someone really needs it. And that's the rest of my slide.